cut my paper to fit my card base, and now I'm going to color with my watercolor pencils. Just laying down some color on the bases of the flowers. Using a Flirty Flamingo and Calypso Coral, just adding a little bit of darker colors in there. These papers are from the Beautiful Gallery designer paper. I'm not being really careful about how I put down the color from the pencil because I'm going to use a blender pen to distribute the ink. Just trying to get the color in there. And I can always come back and add more if I want. This is a great no fuss coloring method. Then I'm going to come back with my blender pen. You can see it here. And I'm going to just start spreading the ink out a little bit. These are great when you don't want to add a lot of water to your paper. Just enough to blend out the color and smooth out the scribbles. The more I move it around, it just moves the color up into the petals and kind of smooths out those scribble lines. I'm just trying to follow the shape of the flower to give us some blending. That one might be a little light. I'm just moving the ink up. And then, like, if I decide that I want a little bit of extra color, I can actually bring the blender pen to my pencil and add some more intense color here and there if I want. You can tell that one is more pink than, doesn't have any of the Calypso Coral because it was one of the first ones I did. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that just to kind of give it a little bit of color. Or I can come back and just add it this way. And then just blend it in. Forgot those two. Then when I want it clean, I just wash off the tip until it comes clean. And then I can change colors. I really wanted soft seafoam, but I didn't have it, so I'm just going to use a little bit of Old Olive, just really light touches. Just enough to get some color. Obviously, some leaves would be darker than others. It's a really great way to start coloring your own images if you're not comfortable with the markers. This is very forgiving. So then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same blender pen and blend in some of the green just to smooth out those scribble lines. That one didn't really have much. So it's really just enough to kind of blend them out and give it kind of a watercolory wash sort of look. And because I colored more at the base, it naturally makes the tips be a little bit lighter. So it's just giving it some natural shading as I'm going. Just very simple coloring. Then I'm going to mat that on my soft seafoam paper. But before I do, I wanted to really try out this bordered ribbon that's with the new Turtley Awesome suite. And it is two-sided, so one side is shaded spruce, the other side is soft seafoam. So I'm going to add some of that to my card front. I think first I was going to do a knot, now I think I'm going to do a bow. I'm going to want to flip that bow a little bit so that it's either all soft seafoam, which is probably going to be the better look, ignore my neighbors mowing their grass. Just gives it this nice little look here, and I'll flip that when I'm done. I'm gonna grab my snips and snip this, and I can always trim it more if I need to. And now I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to my background. I'm going to use my magic, I call it my magic green glue. You don't need a whole lot, but it is much more forgiving when you're trying to piece things in the right spot. It gives you time to move things around if you need to. I'm going to kind of tighten that bow a little bit. And because I want to make sure that the right sides stay up, I think I am going to add a little bit of a glue dot just to hold it down. So I'm just gonna take a glue dot and kind of roll it up with my finger and add it on the shaded spruce side so that it stays down. But first I have to get it off my finger and get it onto the ribbon. Just enough to kind of hold it down so that it stays where it's supposed to, with the right side up. Gives me a nice subtle thing. I then am using my new favorite stamp set. It's called More Messages. I love sentiment stamps, and it comes with a die that actually cuts out all of the sentiments at once, so it's one big stamp. Stamp all these, run it through your die machine, and you end up with a whole bunch of sentiments that you can hold on to and keep for whatever you need them. So I was gonna use the Miss You stamp set, and I'm going to go ahead and use some dimensionals. Well, I was trying to find my take your pick tool, but I can't find it right now. So there's 1, 2, peel those off. And I just have a nice, sweet card to send to a loved one.